Most people get a dental exam every 6 months, but for some that's not always possible.
It can sometimes take years before they see a dentist. New at 4, Samantha Cavalli joins us in studio after learning about one local teenager looking to change that. Samantha.
Brittany, Jeff, Nolan Van Miller volunteers his time at the new community shelter. He was looking for ways to try and give back to the community, and February is National Dental Health Month, and since his parents are dentists, he enlisted their help to rebuild smiles. Doctors Rebecca and Eric Van Miller provided free dental care to shelter residents regardless of the complexity of care needed. Prior to the pandemic, they used to offer free dental care at their practice, Meadowbrook Smiles in Green Bay. Their son said he wanted to help after people at the shelter were complaining of toothaches. Nolan says he loves seeing the reactions of everyone that came through and the confidence boost that it gave them.
Most of them haven't been to the dentist in like 20 some years, you know, and some of them are just afraid to smile, so getting that confidence back for them is really, I'm really appreciative.
Well, Nolan said he would like to have Donate a Dental Day continue on for years to come with the help of his parents. Tonight at 6, I'll share some of the specific care Nolan's parents were able to provide today. Back to you.